Establishing order. Scanning for
Oh, we snagged that. Completely snagged that. Ah! Oh! Oh! Alright, we got it. Woo! They were looking for my ass. If you're looking to increase your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill, and potentially drop your first MGB nuke here in Modern Warfare 2 Season 2, my settings got you guys covered. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, and turn those post notifications. And don't forget to let me know down in the comment section right now, what are your current sensitivity settings? Let's get right into it. Alright, as you guys can see here, I play with an Xbox Elite controller on PC. These controllers are perfect, allowing you to remap your crouch and prone button, as well as allowing you to perform a jump shot and drop shot a hell of a lot easier. But do not fear, no matter what controller you guys are playing on, whether it is a regular Xbox, a PS4, a PS5, or maybe a different type of scuff-like controller, these settings are gonna work perfectly. For those of you who are jumping on Modern Warfare 2 after the new Season 2 update, this video will help you guys out, improve your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill. Now, for the button layout, if you guys are new to Call of Duty, tactical is gonna be the absolute best button layout to play on, allowing you to perform a drop shot a hell of a lot easier, which is gonna allow you to win more close range gunfights and also stay alive a lot longer to increase your KD ratio and drop an MGB nuke. It's gonna remap that melee and crouch button, so all you have to do to pretty much go from a crouch to a prone is press down on your right thumbstick. It's gonna make drop shotting a lot easier and you'll be staying alive a lot longer as well. Now we're gonna go down to this vibration setting. Now honestly, I like to have vibration turned off. It's just unnecessary movement. It's gonna throw off my aim and accuracy at longer ranges, and that's gonna be very important and crucial, and where I feel a lot of players are falling short here in Modern Warfare 2, especially you new players. Now, for the sensitivity settings, sensitivity, especially low sensitivity, is like that ex-girlfriend you can't get away from. Sometimes I turn it up, sometimes I turn it down, but I always find myself going back to 4.4 as well as a 0.75. This is the absolute best. No ifs, ands, ors, or buts about it. Best setting to plan if you guys are trying to truly improve your aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill at longer ranges, because that's where things are going to count and where a lot of players are falling short. You're gonna have little to no stick play in your controller, and you'll be able to map people and even turn on people at close ranges, and that's gonna be super effective here in multiplayer. Now, you guys can see here my sensitivity in multiplayer. I have all these actually set by default. I have not changed any of the third-person, ground, air vehicles, or tablet sensitivity. You don't have to go ahead and touch any of these settings. Now, we're actually gonna go down to, you can see here, the automatic tactical sprint. I've actually went ahead and enabled this. Originally, when the game is loaded up, it's gonna be on off. If you guys are more aggressive run and gun players, automatic tactical sprint is going to be a godsend, allowing you to move around the map a lot quicker and play more aggressive. And I feel like that's what a lot of people like to do. Nobody likes to sit in the back of the map, at least I hope not. So being a more aggressive player with automatic tactical sprint is definitely going to be a great option. Now, what you also want to do here under the controller settings is you want to go over to advanced, and you want to have your target aim assist obviously turned on if you guys are playing on controller. And for your aim assist type, I personally like to go ahead and keep this at default. Now, Black Ops is also going to be a fantastic aim assist type here in Modern Warfare 2. It's going to have a little bit more of that sticky aim effect, but I am going to warn you guys, they do tend to go ahead and adjust these aim sensitivity type settings over the course of the game's life cycle. Now, in the beginning of the game, Black Ops was incredibly overpowered. It was like having glue on the sticks. They went ahead and kind of nerfed it a little bit, made it a little bit worse. So the last thing I want to have happen is to have to relearn how to aim and how to be accurate at longer ranges. So that's why I personally go ahead and keep my aim assist type settings at default. Now, what you also want to do under this setting tab is for the aiming, the aim assist response curve, I actually go ahead and keep this at standard. Running a 4.4 and a 0.75 on standard is gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be incredibly easy to track people at longer ranges. And again, you're not gonna run into that oh shit situation where if they do change something down the line within a future update like they sometimes do, you're still gonna be set good to go because you're running the default settings, at least for the aim assist response curve type, as well as the aim assist type. So you kind of have yourself secured here. That's what I like to do here in multiplayer. I don't like to take any chances on having to relearn anything. Now, what you also want to go ahead and do is go to your input dead zones. These are going to be literally specific on if you have a new or an older style controller. Now, the older your controller, the more dead zone you're gonna have to run to compensate for stick drift. So you're gonna have to go ahead and adjust this on your own terms. I know I hate having to say that, but literally stick drift is gonna be mitigated by your dead zone setting. My controller is on the newer side, so it's not really that big of a deal to go ahead and adjust any of these. If I had an older controller, I would go ahead and adjust the dead zone, increasing it so there is more leeway room, so there is not as much stick play available. Definitely go ahead and adjust that. Now, under the graphics settings, I have jumped right to view, and we're taking a look at field of view, which I have set at 120. I highly recommend you guys going ahead and setting this to at least 100. 120 is what I prefer, and you want to mirror this with the affected ADS field of view. It's going to be set at independent by default. You want to switch this because it's going to mirror your iron sight or whatever optic you have for your field of view, so it's going to make it feel like your weapons have less recoil. And that's probably why you're saying that a lot of YouTubers or above average players have aimbot, some type of Cronus Max or cheating device. It's because they're playing on a higher FOV with that affected ADS field of view, and it looks like they have less visual recoil. Definitely go ahead and make this change if you have not already. I see a lot of people running on the standard FOV and on the independent. So if you guys are new to Modern Warfare 2, definitely go ahead and make this change right now. The quality as well as the display settings under the graphics tab are not going to be as important to go ahead and adjust. This is going to be dependent on what type of console or PC you guys have. Now, because I make content, my settings are not going to be optimal for you guys because I have some settings enabled and also some settings disabled to make my life easier and allow my PC to run smoother so I can record content and obviously play the game as optimal as possible. So now we're going to go over to the audio settings here. Now, this is going to be very important as well, and luckily this has as much leeway room as possible, just like the sensitivity settings, depending on if you're trying to truly improve your aim accuracy as well as gun skill. Now, for my audio mix, I have on headphone bass boost. These are definitely going to be perfect for you guys that have a headset. Now, it doesn't really matter what type of headset you have. As long as you have a headset that you've bought within the last 5 years, this is going to work perfectly. I have Astro A40 TRs that I've gotten. I honestly couldn't even tell you the last time I've bought a new headset. It's probably been like 7 years or so. That kind of shows you how quality these are, especially these Xbox League controllers as well. Shameless plug. But at the same time, headphone bass boost is allow you to hear a lot more gunfire as well as footsteps, so you can pinpoint where enemies are at without actually having the use of a UAV. Definitely go ahead and enable the setting. It comes with headphone or home theater by default, depending on what type of configurations you have. Make sure you guys have on headphone bass boosted. You're going to absolutely love this, and you'll be able to hear, honestly, too much of the game, which is never a bad thing. Now, everything else under the audio setting is going to be pretty much the same. The one thing you guys can go ahead and adjust if you guys want to is you can go ahead and tweak your master volume here. Personally, I don't mind the game music. I know I might be one of those weird people who likes the music in game, but if you guys want to go ahead and, turn this down to at least 70, you can do that as well. But even with headphone bass boosted and Astro A40 TRs turned up to quite literally the max, I still enjoy the game audio. Now, for the interface, this is where the final settings are going to have to be changed here. You want to go all the way down for the interface, and you want to go ahead and make sure your mini map shape is set to square. Sometimes it has round by default. Square is going to be your best option, allowing you to see more of the map, believe it or not, and you're going to be able to pinpoint where people are at and overall read the mini map a hell of a lot easier. These are going to be obviously the best settings you guys can run here in Modern Warfare 2 Season 2. Nothing else is going to be changing on this interface tab, but I want you guys to go over your controller settings, and if you guys, again, are struggling with aim, accuracy, as well as gun skill. Make sure you guys are running on a 4 horizontal vertical with a 0.75. You guys are gonna absolutely love this setting. I know that I go ahead and preach low sensitivity all the time. If you guys are new to the channel, you're gonna notice that I preach low sensitivity all the time. I've literally went from a 7 to a 6, back to a 4 to a 3. 4 is gonna be that perfect middle ground. It allows you to do everything you need to do, again, and still be accurate. So if you guys do enjoy, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll turn those post notifications. If these settings do help you guys out, leave it down in the comment section. In your boy ears, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.